My name is Cierra Simmons, and in 2014, I was hit head-on by a drunk driver. So on August 25th, 2014, I was getting ready for college. It was starting like 2 days later. So I was out getting new clothes, supplies, all of that stuff. And my boyfriend was actually following me. So I was headed from his house to my house in Ashland. I was driving down 54, approaching the town of Ashland. When I don't even remember what happened. I just remember waking up and I was trapped in my car, and my boyfriend was like shaking me awake because I had blacked out. I had passed out. He eventually told me that there's like beer in the dude's car and everything. So the police came, obviously, and the crash team and everything. It took them 45 minutes to cut me out of the car. I was then put in an ambulance to be taken down the road from where the med flight had landed. And then I was put in the med flight and then taken down to VCU, which I was in the ER for quite a while, and they explained all my injuries to me. And then I also remember that the guy who hit me was in the ER bed right next to me, and I remember being very mad at that. And I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and then I went home, and my mom wanted me to go home instead of to the rehab place. So she got everything delivered to the house, the hospital beds, the lifts to get me in and out of the bed, and then I had to relearn how to walk, and I had to relearn how to do multiple things after multiple surgeries. That night, one concerning thing was that he had been bar hopping. The person who hit me had been bar hopping, and then he left both of those bars and went across the street to a gas station to buy more beer. And then in line, he bought beer, obviously intoxicated, and a customer had to actually yell at the clerk for giving him more alcohol when he can't even stand up. And multiple people could have stopped him, but nobody did. At least somebody tried, but her words were not heard, and he did eventually leave the scene. Approximately 5 to 7 minutes later is when the accident happened. And so all of that could have been avoided if people took more responsibility for their actions and don't drink and drive. It affected me because even if I see somebody cross the line a little bit, since I was hit head on, the vehicle was mostly all the way into my lane, and he also did not have his headlights on. And so every time somebody gets close to that line, I get my heart starts to beat a little faster. And I'm very wary of people's driving now. Drinking and driving affects a lot of people daily. It's not just a holiday kind of thing. It's a lot of the times it's every night. There's vehicle crashes that either end up in light injuries to severe injury and death, and people don't really take it seriously. Yeah, I just think drinking and driving definitely impacts more people than people think.